Hello everyone and welcome to the 2020 edition of the Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup. We're here at Redbowl in the town of Angers Sud, France, which translates to Angers South, which is a beautiful city about 200 miles southwest of Paris. I'm Bruce Hall and I'll be your commentator for the international version of these Bowling Promotion Cup matches. Today we bring you one of two special matches held at Redbowl to kick things off, one male and one female. It's ladies first, so today's match is between local youth bowler 20-year-old Marine Lesourd and PWBA star 27-year-old Daria Pajak. This is Marine's first shot, and a beautiful shot for a strike to kick things off. Marine was third in the French National Youth Championships in 2016. And here we have Daria Pajak. Daria, PWBA star with one title. She was Rookie of the Year in 2017 on the PWBA, and you can expect her to win a lot more. And watch this release. She throws it just beautifully. Threw it very cleanly, and a kick 10 to kick things off for Daria to match Marine's strike. So we're perfect so far through the first frame. And look at that release. Look at that forward roll. Look at the way the ball turns up through the pins. The 6-pin does its job, going into the sideboard and kicking out that 10 perfectly. We're bowling on the Kegel Neon pattern, which is a 43-foot pattern. A fairly high-scoring pattern, 12.9 to 1 ratio in the middle, which is pretty high. 24.76 mils total oil. And here's Daria's second shot. Again, beautifully clean, perfect balance. Dead flush, and perfect through two for Daria. You'd have to believe that Marine would be the underdog here, being the 20-year-old youth bowler against the PWBA star. And let's see how this Davy can hold up to the Daria Goliath with her second shot here on the right lane. And how about a beautiful strike, matching Daria's double. So we are perfect through two frames so far. Marine is throwing a deviate instigator. She's on the Brunswick staff. And let's see if she can put a little bit of pressure on Daria here by starting perfect with the first three. And she got a lot of rip onto that and blows the rack. Oh, late 7-pin, and it goes. There's a triple for Marine. Wonderful start for the youngster. And watch this 7-pin. Doesn't think it wants to go. Gets another kick, and goodbye. That's what we call a triple. So great shot there. You can see Daria has her mask down for the shot. This is a very common way that mask policies are being implemented around the world. You have to wear your mask when you're not on the approach, but it is optional to take it down for your shot. And here's Daria trying to stay perfect through three, and another beautiful release out and back, a little bit high, takes out the 4-pin, but give her the triple. And we are perfect through three frames. Wonderful. Daria throwing a global volatility. She's a member of the Global 900 staff. And Global, of course, with its recent merger with Storm products, adds to that wonderful line of Storm and Rotogrip. So a formidable company there with a lot of great offerings. And actually you can see, we'll see it, you can see Daria's pin is down below her fingers. And the idea there is that she wants to get the ball rolling early on the lane. She doesn't want a big skid flip reaction. She wants the ball rolling and arcing. And another slap 10. Beautiful shot there for Daria. When the pattern is fairly high scoring, you generally want the ball to be rolling. You don't want a big flip at the end because it can amplify little mistakes like save energy if you throw it to the right. It overreacts on the dry and underreacts if you pull it into the wet. So most people try to get the ball rolling on an easier pattern. And here is Marine trying to match for the fourth, but leaves the solid 10. You saw that 6-pin wrap its way around the 10, going into the gutter and not kicking that 10 out like it's supposed to. Malene moving over to her T-zone plastic ball for the 10-pin spare. Malene, of course, a local player from the Angers area. And, of course, the winner of this match wins that beautiful trophy that you can see there in the middle. And let's see if Malene can get back on track here and try to put a little bit of pressure back on Daria. And wonderful balance, pulling her arm across there. Doesn't quite get the lift through the shot, so it comes up a little bit light, leaving the bucket. You can see it's trying to make its turn, but doesn't quite turn the corner. Leaves the 2, 4, 5, 8, which is the right-hander's bucket. And notice she stays with her strike ball to shoot this bucket because she wants to cross the lane and have the ball hook into the spare. And she does it perfectly. Excellent cover there by Malene on the spare. And now Daria, can she stay perfect? Which would be her 5th in a row if she can get it. She was a little bit high last time on this lane. Let's see how she does here. Daria, originally from Poland. And look at that turn. A little bit high. Kick the 4. Bowler's best friend on the trip 4 there. And the last shot on that lane was high and carried, and this lane was a little bit even higher and carried. So she's certainly getting the friendly kicks. And again, part of that is that early roll on the lane. The ball doesn't do that super snap on the back. It stays controlled through the pocket. And this is how you score big on fairly easy conditions. And now Daria looking to extend her lead. Trying for the 6-pack. And another great release. Comes up dead flush. Call that the vortex, folks. Perfect shot for Daria. Look at this ball turn. Just keeps driving right through the pins. That is all roll, all power, all delivered to the 1-3 pocket. A wonderful shot there. Now Malene needs to get back on track here to get herself back into this match. And turning up, and oh my lord, look at this spinning 5-pin. That's crazy. Boy, let's look at this repeat. Let's count the spins. There's 1, there's 2. How about more than 2.5 rotations of that 5-pin? Could not get it to fall. A terrible break for Malene. Now, unfortunately, leaves her also a very tough spare in the 5-10. And this is to stay clean and really keep her in this match. And gives it a good try. Very close. But unfortunately goes by on the left. She had to try for that, I think, to try to stay into that match, which is why she gave it room to the left. And now, unfortunately, Malene finds herself in a pretty deep hole, especially with the look that Daria has. Pretty important to get back on track here and see if she can bail out this game. And a little bit right. Comes, oh, ring 10. Pretty good shot. Unfortunately, the 6-pin this time wraps around. Watch the 6-pin on the second pin to your right. See how it wraps into the gutter. Jumps around. And we saw Daria do a couple of similar hits like that. But that 6-pin behaved and had enough power to kick out that 10. Unfortunately, not so for Malene. And takes her T-zone and does a wonderful job picking up that spare. Again, you see these youth bowlers come out with wonderful fundamentals. Obviously, very good coaching. And she's giving Daria something to think about here. Daria is definitely focused on this match. She's not taking it for granted. Daria at age 16 won basically everything there was to win in Poland. She won every major youth and adult championship. And here's another shot, a little bit to the right, comes up perfect in the pocket that time. She must have made a move on that lane because she was high the last 2 strikes. And indeed, when you're really scoring, notice how this is dead flush in the pocket. When you're really scoring, you're actually moving based on strikes. So she came up high the last couple of times on that lane. I'll bet she made a move with her feet. Maybe 1 board left to give herself the better shot into the pocket. Again, that's what it's like to have high scores. You're actually adjusting based on strikes to try to keep your string going. And here she is with the front 7. Could we see a 300 right out of the gate here on this Bowling Promotion Cup? Here she goes. Good shot. A little bit high. Oh, a little bit high for a 9-pin. Answered my own question there. So there's the front 7 for Daria. And then a pesky 9-pin breaks her string. And see how that ball did have a little bit of flip to it. It kind of made that little sharper turn at the back and came up. Maybe she got it just a tad slow, but still it was a very good shot. Could easily have carried. And Daria is going to stay with her strike ball here for the spare as well. Usually on tougher, flatter patterns, you'll see bowlers, for the most part, using their plastic balls for pretty much every spare. On the easier patterns, it's sometimes easier to move off of your strike ball and just position yourself for the spare. So Marine very deep in a hole now. She can still shoot 231, which is certainly not out of the question, if she can put together some strikes at the back half of this game here. And there's a pretty good looking shot. And carry the 7-9. There's the break she got that she certainly did not get with that 5-10 on that same lane. And watch this ball turn up a little bit high, and that head pin takes out both the 7 and the 9. Does the job. So there's a strike for Marine. And now if she can double and keep that 231 alive, stranger things have happened. Keep the pressure on Daria right here. Very good shot. Dead flush in the pocket. Great shot there by Marine, proving she's not going anywhere. This youngster came to play and is representing herself and the French youth bowlers very, very well here today. Now here's Daria. Can she close this out? Notice how her center of gravity and pin are stacked right on that ball. Again, that's to try to get that early roll and just have the ball roll right through the pins. Let's see how she does here. And once again, beautiful release. Perfect strike. Her strikes are just getting better and better on that lane. And that's going to pretty much do it. That's going to put her in the 250s. And that was a wonderful shot by Daria. And now let's see if she can put the icing on the cake and see her maximum 279 score come to fruition here, with the only blemish, that pesky 9-pin on this lane. Let's see if she makes an adjustment here. And wonderful shot once again. Turns up, slap 10. And again, that 6-pin doing the job on the 10-pin. That's going to put her in the 260s. And Daria Pajak, look at that slap on the 10-pin. Daria Pajak winning this opening match of our Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup and winner of that beautiful trophy. Congratulations to Daria. Daria was a member of the Weber bowling team, that infamous team down in Florida. And she stuck a little bit there, it looked like. Gets another slap 10, of course, no matter what. Looked like she slipped. These are synthetic approaches, so sometimes strange things have been known to happen, but she wasn't too worried about that one. Looks like she switched balls for this last shot. Looks like maybe the same ball, a little shinier. Let's see what happens here. She's going for the near perfect 279. Got that one left, but it just stayed down the oil with the shinier surface. And Daria Pajak, 279. Just that one pesky 8-pin between her and perfection. And she is definitely making her mark out of the gate here on this AMF Promotion Cup. And here's Marine finishing off. Gets the late kick on the 10. again with a maximum 231. A wonderful game for Marine. And we will be, for our next match, seeing the men doing the same opening promotion match. And that match will be coming up after this one on your YouTube channel. She got a little left with that one, pulled it a little bit, up a little high for the 4-7. And if she makes this, she'll be at the 219 mark for Marine. A very good game, very good representation of French youth. And the crowd cheering her on to carry the 4-7, and there's 219 for Marine Lesourd, 279 for Daria Pajak. A wonderful opening match here at Angers Sud, and Daria holding up the trophy, and we'll be back for the men's match coming up.